Hi, Lynelli. It's Mrs. Dowell. I'm just going to quickly remind you about how to fill out the comparison word problems. Okay. First, I'm going to write my name on my paper. So I'm going to write Mrs. Dowell. And then I'm going to write today's date, which is going to be 5/11/21. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read my word problem. It says, Christina has 2 apples. Brian has 6 apples. How many less apples does Christina have? So now that I've read it, I'm going to reread it and draw a picture of each sentence. So the first sentence that I'm going to draw a picture of is this first one. It says Christina has 2 apples. So I'm going to draw a picture of Christina. Here's Christina. And Christina has pigtails. And she's got 2 apples. So I'm going to draw a picture of an apple here. And then I'll draw a picture of an apple here. And then I'm going to also label it Christina. And then I'm also just going to put that she has 2 apples. So I think I've represented this first part accurately. Christina has 2 apples. I see Christina and she has 2 apples. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to draw my next part. Brian has 6 apples. So now I'm going to draw Brian. Here's Brian. Here he is. There we go. Here's Brian. He has 6 apples. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to label it 6 apples. Notice that my drawing doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay as long as I just have a drawing. So now I've represented the first sentence. Christina has 2 apples right here. And then Brian has 6 apples right here. Now I need to represent what's happening in the question. So how many less apples does Christina have? So I want to know how many less apples Christina has than Brian. So that tells me I'm comparing because I'm comparing the amount that Christina has compared to the amount that Brian has. All right, so let's put that into my comparison model. Whoops, sorry. It's very sensitive, isn't it? All right, so let's see. I know in my comparison model that this is my larger number. This is my smaller number. And then this is the difference between the two. So that's my question. How many less apples does Christina have? Christina have? That's what I'm being asked to find. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know how many less she has. I do know my larger number, which is Brian has 6 apples. And then I do know my smaller number that Christina has 2 apples. So now I need to find how many less apples. So less apples, which is my difference. All right, so now that I've drawn a model, now I can think of an equation. So 6 is my total. I have 6 as my total here. And then I can go to, well, nope, that doesn't work. If I want to subtract, subtraction always has my total in the beginning, right? So if I'm subtracting, I know that my total is here in the beginning. So 6 subtract my smaller number is going to give me my difference. So now I can go ahead and solve that. If I've got, maybe draw a number line, and I'm going to start here at 6, and I'm going to go backwards, 1, 2. So this would be 5, and this would be 4. So -1, -1. So 6 minus 2 is 4. So Christina has 4 less apples. So this is how you go through the process of solving your comparison word problem. I hope that's helped you. See you later.